It is now Sunday in Southeast Asia, where in the light of a new day, a massive multinational search is in full swing for a Malaysian jetliner that vanished not quite 36 hours ago with 239 people on board, including 3 Americans. The Malaysia Airlines Boeing 777 was traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing when all contact was lost over open water, roughly halfway between Malaysia and the southern tip of Vietnam. The air and sea search now includes an American Navy warship. The hunt for wreckage now centered on fuel slicks spotted on the surface of the sea, while the hunt for a cause, including the possibility of foul play, is now partly focused on 2 mystery passengers traveling on stolen passports. There are a lot of angles to cover here. We begin with Tom Costello in our Washington newsroom. Tom, what's the latest?
Hi, Lester. Malaysia Airlines says this plane was last inspected just 10 days ago and it was in proper condition. Their words. At this hour, those naval units from several countries are listening for the pinging sound that should be coming from the plane's emergency transmitters in an area where the Vietnamese military believes it has found an important clue. Off the coast of Vietnam, 2 fuel slicks on the water may provide the best hope for finding Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. The plane left Kuala Lumpur at 12:40 a.m. Saturday, the red-eye flight to Beijing, with 239 passengers and crew on board, among them American Philip Wood, an IBM executive. But 1 to 2 hours into the flight at 35,000 feet, air traffic controllers lost contact with the plane somewhere over the Gulf of Thailand. Veteran crash investigators say it all points to an abrupt end to a routine flight.
Whatever happened was catastrophic and incapacitated the airplane such that the crew couldn't get a mayday call off.
The plane, a Boeing 777-200 series, nearly 12 years old, middle age for planes. In August 2012, it lost the tip of a wing after clipping another plane on the ground in Shanghai. The wing was fixed, but did that contribute to the accident? NBC News aviation analyst Captain John Cox.
One of the early things that is already underway is a thorough review of all the maintenance records of the airplane. And if the airplane has sustained damage, as it did in this ground incident, that is something that certainly the investigators are going to look at.
We do know the captain was experienced. Zahari Ahmad Shah was 53 years old with 18,000 hours of flying time. When he wasn't in a real cockpit, you could find him in the advanced simulator he built at home. On a website for simulator enthusiasts, he wrote, "Time to take to the next level of simulation, motion, looking for buddies to share this passion." The first officer was 27-year-old Farik Hamid with 2,800 hours of experience. Adding to the mystery, 2 Europeans on the passenger manifest, an Austrian and an Italian, are actually safe and sound on the ground. Both had reported their passports stolen in Thailand 1 to 2 years ago. U.S. and Malaysian authorities are now looking into who used those stolen passports to board the plane and what were they up to.
To have 2 people traveling on false passports when a plane disappears from radar really gets people's attention, as it should.
The plane itself has a very strong safety record. The crash of Asiana 214 in San Francisco last July was the 777's first fatal accident. Investigators believe that was pilot error. The immediate challenge now, finding the wreckage of Malaysia 370 in the waters off Vietnam. This is eerily similar to the crash of Air France Flight 447, which disappeared, you may recall, over the Atlantic in 2009. It took 2 years to find the wreckage at the bottom of the ocean. While search teams will be looking for those black boxes we hear so much about, they're also going to be examining the size of the debris field if they find one. If it's wide, that would suggest the plane broke up in flight. If it's more condensed, that could mean the plane remained intact until it impacted the water or perhaps the ground.